Hello guys, and I will try to make a small tutorial how to play Rock and Roll Racing Hack online for you. Maybe it will be interesting for some of you. Okay, so first of all you need the emulator which supports multiplayer. We prefer to use the last version of Midnothing. I think you will be able to find the link to the under this video. I will attach it. All you need is to download. It is already set up for you. You need only to change your nickname here in the field. Choose, what else should we choose? Okay, so you change, first of all you change your nickname. After we need to check other settings. Okay, so for multiplayer we need to choose a server. Maybe you have available ones. So we usually use this one with this port 4048. The key 17. We use 17. If you decide to play on this server with your friends, make sure you change the key in front of your friends, because someone can interrupt your game and just in the middle it will suck, it will crash your map. So you need to change a key, or maybe you have your own server for the game. Go ahead, it will be great. So we have a server. We have, if you have a password, you put in the password. We usually don't have it. Your nickname, the key, local players should be set to 0. Gaming platform, so this version is set for Genesis or Mega Drive only for Rock and Roll Racing. So it is already set up. So we have a CPU acceleration. It's fixed at 3, so there are no desynchronization in the game during the game. Okay, what else have we here? Filters. You can check different filters to see what you like, what you don't like. Resolutions, coefficients of scaling. Here we don't set your gamepad. Actually, here what is important here, it should be chosen TPD here. So I think we will get directly to the ROM, to the game. So we can see one more thing before you start the game. If it's multiplayer, so supporting up to 6 players simultaneously for two teams of 3 players, or 3 teams of 2 players, or maybe you want to play, you have only 3 friends and you want to play like at 4. So you can play 2 teams by 2, or you can play free for all, or for 4, 5, 6 players, where each player plays only for himself, not for his team. Okay, so before starting the game, I have 2 different versions of the game. So we'll start with the lower one. I don't know if I will attach the ROMs, probably. So it's UA version. There are 3 languages: English, Ukrainian and Portuguese. So if you are the first player, you just click 1, 2. The second player 2, 1. If you are playing 3 players versus 3 players, so you need to choose 3.2. It means that you have a split screen together with the second player. ROMs 3.4 and 4.3 are meant for 2 teams of 2 players. So if you are the third player but the first in the second team, you choose this one. If you're the fourth player of the second team of team consisting of 2 players, you choose 4.3. It's both for modes 2 versus 2 or 2 versus 2 versus 2, where 6 players participate. So getting back to the 3 versus 3 mode, if you're the 4th player, you choose 4.5. The 5th player chooses 4.6, and the 6th player chooses 6.4. The numbers here meant to describe the screens, so the player 6 can see his screen and lower the screen of his teammate, which is 5th in the list. ROMs Spectacular 7 spectator. I'm sorry, not spectator. Spectator 7 and spectator 8 are meant for just for watching the game. So if you have some friends that just want to watch, they can enter the game using one of those ROMs. Okay, so we start. So just to describe how we set our control pad and so on. We'll just open the first ROM. 1, 2. I need to turn off the screen, and we need to the game, I suppose. Let me check if it's recording. Yes, it is recording. Okay, so maybe we will have to decrease the volume. Okay, so first of all, how do we set the keypad or your joystick or joypad, gamepad? So you need to actually have we have some help here with the pads. So some commands. So Alt Shift plus number configure buttons on port. So each player uses the first spot, so you need to click Alt plus Shift plus 1 to configure your joypad. Okay, so we interrupted. So here modes, mind modes, so different mind modes. The first mode is no mind bug. Actually, I don't quite remember the others except the first and the third ones. The second, if I'm not mistaken, there is mind bug, but when you set a mine or oil, the previous one disappears. This third one, means there is no mine bug, but the mines, oil or acid stays not very long on the track. Actually, I've broken my control. Okay, so I have to set it up again. Down, down. You should press each button twice. There are also turbo buttons that are available for you in case you use them. So we have to set it all again. I use some buttons, some I don't use. Okay, so mode 3 means that there is no mine bug, and the rare weapon stays not very long on the track, 5 seconds if I'm not mistaken. And the fourth is classic mine bug, where you can set plenty of mines, oil, acid. It doesn't disappear unless someone just picks it up on the track. So modes. Versus mode is classic, just like an original game, Rock'n'Roll Racing game from Blizzard. So there is nothing interesting. It's original or versus player. So you can play both, for example. No, not really. So you can play, there's 2 players duel, 4 players, or with bots, or 6 players, or 3 teams of 2 players. So different combinations. So when you have only 5 people, you can play it with 1 AI in the team. If you have only 4 players, but you need assistance, or you would like to play with AI assistance, so you can choose this mode. Or you can even choose this mode. It means that if you are 3, you play with 3 AI in the team, not against them. Each of you has AI ally on his side. 5 players FFA, free for all. And that's it. Okay, so we'll get back. Just I'll press reset. So classic matches with upgrades. So new game, choose original, just walk through championship. You can play versus people or versus AI, just whatever you want. We click versus people. So 2 players duel. You play 1 versus 1 with from the very beginning, starting collecting money, getting upgrading your car and so on. 4 players, 2 team of 2 players. 4 players but with one AI. 6 players. If you have 5 friends, you can arrange a big match of 6 players. of 2 teams. No, so 3 versus 3 is for 2 teams, 2 versus 2 versus 2, 3 teams. Again, 5 plus 1 if you lack 1 person, 4 plus 2 if you lack 2 people for 3 versus 3. The same mode that we watched in the previous one. So 3 people with 3 allies, 3 teams. Okay, so enough for you, I suppose. So actually splits in the beginning, split screen here is activated. So if you want to turn it off, you should press X and hold it while you're picking the mode. This way you will have no split screen activated. So tracks, classic tracks, just like in the original, mixed. So some tracks will be classic, some will be new. You can choose only new, and when you choose random, the tracks will be randomly set from the nearest 2 planets. So we usually play mixed, so you can choose whatever you want here. What else I wanted to tell you? I don't even remember. So in general, if you have some friends to play, you download the emulator, you download the ROMs. You can also join us, or would like to join our group in Discord, where you and your friends can find some company for the game, for the walkthroughs or multiplayer, just as you wish. Okay, we choose mixed, for example, but here we need people. So you choose planet where you start, so you can start on whatever planet you wish. We usually start on the first one, but the second or the third one are also interesting, even the fourth. So there's a lot of space for imagination. So we'll reset. You can also play with your friends versus AI, or you can play alone versus AI with ally AIs. For example, new game versus AI, so you can play just with your 2 friends, one friend versus 2 boats, with 2 of your friends versus 3 boats, even versus 4 boats, 2 or you can play alone with ally boats AI against other AIs, other enemies. So what you need to click here, if you are alone, for example, you have one friend with you, but you wanna play 3 versus 3, you should click Y choosing the mode. 3 players, 3 versus 3, for example. If you are alone, but you wanna play against 3 versus 3, you press Z, while holding Z you choose the mode, like here. You choose difficulty, master, for example, and the planet hop. And now you're picking the characters for your AI allies. I hope this video was useful for you. So join our community, leave the commentaries with questions and so on, I'll be glad to reply. Enjoy the game, guys!